Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Questions. And for those of you watching on YouTube, hello. We've not been
Welcome.
on YouTube with this here show before, so it's good to be here. Dan, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be here. Excited to be multi-streaming to both YouTube and Facebook. It's nice. I don't have to at the end say for those of you watching on YouTube, thanks, and
Well,
thanks
just
for
thanks an early
catch us
thanks,
live
right?
here. Now you can catch us live right there.
Oh man. The music has to go. Oh, what? Why? This is like our early morning wake up music. What are you talking about? We have a couple other music. I thought, isn't this the same one as it always is?
I don't know. Maybe we're just getting bashed on the music. Come on, Dom.
Come on. Give us something. Okay, well, I'll see
You know,
about finding something else. Or if you have
it,
something you want us to use, send it my way.
yeah, or if you know some good music, some good tunes, let us know.
Yeah.
Send them to us for sure.
Yeah. Dan, did you have a good weekend? Anything fun happen?
Anything I'm trying to remember. I mean, Saturday it was beautiful here in Louisville, so we were outside all day, and then Sunday
Yeah.
it rained all day, so we were inside all day. I don't
Yeah.
think I
We
did
went to a
anything too
maple
fun.
syrup festival on Saturday and it was super
I
fun.
saw I saw like I think on Instagram or something. There's like
Yeah.
axe throwing and all sorts of stuff.
Yep. It's a very much an old time like festival. So it was cool. Awesome. Hey, if you're just joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, go ahead and post your questions in the chat. Dan and I do this every Monday, and we rotate between this here main page and YouTube and the enthusiast group on Facebook. And if you have a question, that's what we're here for, to answer your live streaming questions. So,
Hey, should we start with one of those right here?
yeah.
Here, hope there's a completely offline recording option in the future. Boy, do I have some news for
Oh,
you.
surprise.
Um,
Yeah.
check this out. Outputs tab in Switcher down at the bottom. Just choose none right there. Now I'm just going to record. Now this will do just recording to the main device, so it's not like cloud storage recording or anything. But yeah, you can totally just record with Switcher, and you might even want to check out director mode for some even more high quality recordings. Something to
Yep.
definitely check out.
David says, Maple Syrup Fest, you don't look 70 years old. And we went with the kids.
Wow, we're getting blasted this
Oh,
morning.
man. Good morning, everyone. Or good evening,
This
wherever
is
you are.
a reminder. This is Coffee and Questions,
Yeah,
not roast Dan and
me-
Matt.
Well, I mean, you roast coffee, and I guess you roast Matt and Dan. I mean,
Yeah,
so-
sure. We can take it.
Oh man, that's good. Hey, I went with the kids, and it was fun. We had maple syrup cotton candy. It was like fried bologna sandwiches, which sounds wild, but like I guess people like those. Anyways, if you're just joining, please ask your questions. We're gonna do our best to get to all of them here. Whew, man.
Here's a
almost
feature request
incredible.
from Martin saying any chance of bringing in audio with camera assets. These are on right now. You can do that via remote guest, which is how Matt's joining me from a different location. But I think what you're talking about is having, like I'm using this iPhone as my camera source, and that is clearly not the camera or not the audio that you're hearing. So right now, no, we don't have that. There's the feature request. I know we post all the time. Matt, I don't know if you want it, or Tim, if you want to post that in there in the comments would be useful.
I will grab it, but Tim, if you have it, go right ahead. Put the feature request.
Yeah.
In the
So,
chat here.
like it's been discussed a little bit here and there, but like nothing really concrete or anything coming anytime soon. But it is something we potentially could look at way down the road. So just, I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no, but I'm 100% not saying yes, if that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, right there. So head to that link there. You can give us a feature request, and any of you, the rest of you who have a feature request, please follow that link, answer the prompts, and
I'll mention again too. Like we're streaming on two different places now again. So if you're watching this on Facebook and I put a comment on screen, or we talking about something, you're like, I don't see, like, where's that person? That could be a YouTube comment and vice versa. So, yeah, just want to say hey to everybody out there.
Yeah. Hello. So glad you're here. And please ask your questions in the comments here. We're going to get to as many as we can today.
Oh, follow
Go
up on
ahead.
Michael's. I think he says I meant in regards to connections of iPhones to the iPad Pro S switcher. Sorry about that. Let me go back here and I'll show you. Yes, you can do that too. Under recording, so there's that director mode we mentioned. Definitely check that out. Tim, if you want to drop that an article in for director mode, that could be super helpful here. But under advanced settings, you can actually choose to record remote cameras. You can turn that on and off, and you can also turn off the recording the live output as well. So yes, that's where you would turn those on, and then you're going to record each separate ISO video and have them all ready to be used. Cool
Perfect.
question.
Yep. Thanks for the follow up there. Awesome. Make sure haven't missed anything early on. Kevin said they spent the weekend with a wine tasting at the rink. I also spent part of the weekend at the ice rink playing some hockey. Hope you had a good time. Why does Matt's hockey team not have a website? Because they can't stream. Hey, we won last night too.
Okay. I think we're getting to something here. So that was a from last coffee question. So we do these every week, and
There it
last
is.
week we did one in the Switcher Studio Enthusiast group, which is on Facebook. Great community to join if you want to join like-minded creators. But when we were live, we were joking about Matt plays hockey, and we were joking about we need hockey jokes. So I think I think is it David who's coming fired, ready to go with them? Yeah.
This is wonderful. Hey, we won yesterday, so come on. All right. Here's a question from David. Will you guys ever move away from the monthly sub model and let us purchase the software outright? Loved your stuff, but it got pricey over the course of time. Moved to OBS. So we do have the 7-day plan.
Yeah, there's the 7-day plan. Basically, we're trying to make the best product possible, and that constantly requires development and updates. We also have some of like the cloud recording and some of the cloud aspects of Switcher are monitored cost at every single account. So I don't see us moving away from a one-time purchase model.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, Switcher might not be for everybody. And if you find something else that works, I'm happy for you. But we're building Switcher to be the best thing possible for everybody out there, and we believe that we are doing that. So no, I do not believe we will go to that. And even so, I've seen like a lot of these places are doing where you pay once for that for that feature set, and basically if they put up like a new full update, you're having to pay for that again or other things.
Yep.
So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, this is going to work out really well because I can see. Well, hey Kevin. David also asked, can you post comments from Facebook and YouTube? And
I can.
We actually have a question from YouTube over here. How can I remove from my YouTube channel 3 scheduled events from with Switcher Studio? It's from Go Moy. I did them in multi-stream. I've tried to remove them with YouTube Studio, but I've not been able to do.
So I noticed this too, and it's being talked about within our team. I think because yes, when basically you can go in and you can delete them from YouTube and Facebook, but they're still going to show up in the list. Now that doesn't mean you have to stream to them, and once the time has passed, that stream's going to go away. So I think we're looking into a way to just be able to be like, all right, let's remove this. I'm not going to do this anymore. But right now, just don't select it. Don't use it. Use a different one as part of the live stream. So
good question.
Good question. And it is something that is being looked at. Real quick, I see multi-views with sources other than video. We do have some options for that. I can, again, hop over to this view. Asset menu. That's the plus icon down there. You can check out the cards here. A whole bunch of different options. You can do a camera as the background. You can do images as the background. These can all be completely adjusted. So you can have like a list with a bunch of images up. You can have your logo on. So instead of having to do a bunch of taps and just like 1 or 2. So your multi-views can also have full screen images and pre-recorded video as part of a source as well, if you wanted to.
Sweet. Good questions. Good questions. And if you're just joining us, please put your questions in the chat. If you're on YouTube, we're going to get to some of your questions as well. I see one here from Jeff Branch.
Yeah, really quick, before we get
Go ahead.
into
No,
a couple
go ahead.
other ones, I'm going to say I see something like, can we do a loop music or
Oh,
video?
yeah, go ahead.
I'll try and I know we're getting a whole bunch of comments here, so I want to make sure we can get through everyone's questions. A lot of these are probably going to be feature requests, so maybe if we can, if we drop that link in, if we can pin it or something on YouTube and Facebook, just so that's the best way to get stuff to our engineers so they can see what people are requesting and how they're going to use it. Because like right now, no, this is not possible, but you know, unless you had like a whole audio mixer connected or something else like that. So could be cool. Could be something we could do down the road, but right now we don't have plans to. So I'll try and address those as we're scrolling through and going through the comments, but I might not be able to get to all of those.
Yep. Cool. Thanks, Dan.
Sorry.
Awesome. There's one over here on YouTube from Jeff. I was doing multi-streaming Sunday for a church service and I only got half of the program, but it showed me I was still recording. Would you know why this happened?
Okay, I have an idea. Not entirely sure, but my guess is the first half was missing on YouTube. And I only got half of the program, but it showed me I was still recording. Would you know why that happened? My guess is, so when you go live to something like YouTube and Facebook multi-streaming, what happens is YouTube is just going to start going live right off the... I guess YouTube wouldn't be the problem then. We might need a little more information about this. Basically, I'll finish that statement in case it helps someone else. Facebook is going to wait for the scheduled time to go live, while YouTube is going to go live immediately. Just start going live and sending the video out. So if it's like fully in one spot and only half on the other, like fully on YouTube and only half on Facebook or something, that's a good reason as to why. And then, of course, always check the recording to make sure it's always there. If all the recording's not there, then there could have been an issue within Switcher. But yeah, you can try and add a little more information here, or go ahead and email support@switcherstudio.com. I'll say that to everyone. You know, we'll try and answer as many questions here as possible, but if we can't get to you, support@switcherstudio.com. Try and use the same email that you used to log into your Switcher Studio account, because that's the best way for us to track your account and see how things are going. And we'll make sure to get you squared away from there as well.
And I guess I would also ask, like, did it cut off in both places?
Yeah, if it cut off in both places, that could definitely have been an issue where like the networking could have dropped out, and you know, you might get an error that says connection closed by server, and if you get that, then the network probably dropped out, and you have options to continue recording or cancel stream and broadcast and recording. So if you chose continue recording, if you got that error, then it basically stops the streaming at that point, and you're just getting the recording.
And I would also just make sure YouTube or Facebook didn't send you a message. Like if you're playing music during that time, sometimes like some weird things happen. I've had my streams muted. I've had them completely pulled. I've had them like cut off. Like it just, I would look to see if they send you a message. They usually do if there's some type of like, you're using music you're not supposed to. And that often happens with churches, especially if you're using like canned track recording. So I would check on that and give us some more information. Cool. All right, trying to make sure we haven't missed anything here. I see one here on Facebook from David again. Can you show us the interface with both the YouTube and Facebook comments? With what you have set up there,
sort of in a kind of. Here, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll just show you my computer screen. I'm going to pull up my personal phone, and we'll just connect that as a camera, and I'll point it at it so you can see the difference here. Perfect. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Oh, you're good. Good question.
And I'll set that up. You know, we'll doing it live, right? So I'm gonna go full screen with this so you can see it. And we'll try and make it look a little bit better here by putting this up. So if I come over to the comments, here's the comments scrolling through, and you'll notice, oh man, because I went away and went back. The red ones are from YouTube, and then the blue ones here, as you can see coming through, there they all are. The blue ones are from Facebook. So that's how you could tell the difference between them, red and then blue.
Good question. That's super helpful just to be able to have them all right there and pull any you want on screen where Dan can just see them all in real time there. I'm looking between two monitors and trying to figure out where I'm
Right.
reading and where it's coming from and making sure we're not missing anything. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna have to find my space now that I went away and back to it.
you're
So
doing great.
hopefully we don't miss any questions. Good questions from y'all. But yeah, again, thank you
Uh,
all for tuning in, hanging out. I'm gonna put this up so people know who
and
we
here's
are.
another one, probably it's a feature request here from Angel. Will we add the ability, the option to pause videos or music in the future? Broadcast
Um,
stalker, use stopwatch on overlay, but I can't pause it when there is a foul or
right.
yellow
Yeah.
flag.
I know. I feel like that has also been something that's been discussed a little bit,
Yep.
but again, don't have a um, not possible right now. It's one of those things where we can always, like, especially things like video, pre-recorded video, bringing them in as assets. When it first launched in Switcher Studio, you had the ability to push the button to send it live, and it's just going to play, and then you take it away. And now you can do things like you can trim it a little bit, you can adjust the volume levels, you can choose a thumbnail, all those other things. So we're constantly iterating on it. We just want to make sure it's fully functional before we do all those things. So
Cool.
go on back.
Here's one from Todd. Oh yeah, here's one from Todd Wilson on Facebook. Can the staff at Switcher create a blog site for referencing free audio, intro files, motion graphics, video snippets, and lower third creator sites? Now, this is something that I tried to get together, and I asked you all if you had any you'd like to donate, to give, to add to this, and the response was very minimal. So if this is something people are interested in, I can revisit it and try to get something going. As far as audio, like what we're using, you can use Game Chops. Like you really were looking for anything that's like royalty free. There's also Alpha Gaming, Harris Heller, and those are the same guy. He makes just a ton of royalty free. Use it however you want to, download it. You can find those anywhere you want to find music: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, just anywhere. So that's what we're using for our intro and exiting song is Harris Heller. So just be very mindful. Even on YouTube, you'll have some of the people put up, oh, royalty free, go for it. And I was like, oh, sweet, yeah, royalty free. This is a really awesome sound. And I'll put it in my video, and then my video will get pulled. Then I'll go back, because usually they tell you what the song is. I'm like, oh, that's a real song. This isn't royalty free.
This isn't
That's a lie.
work.
Yeah. So just be careful where you're getting your music, because you don't want to get your videos pulled or muted, or for you to be completely booted.
I had something I was going to add there. Oh, important thought with multi-streaming. Sometimes, like there's like a YouTube collection of royalty-free music for YouTube, and Facebook has one as well. Make sure that that royalty-free is for both platforms, or it's not just like one singular platform only. Or if you're multi-streaming to Facebook and YouTube, one of them might get flagged. So yeah, that's a big topic and something we could possibly cover in a future topic, or in a future live stream.
Yep. I put a link for a Spotify link for Stream Beats, Harris Heller. You can check them out. Just really any genre of music you would like. Typically not going to have any lyrics. So if you just need background music, it's perfect. You'll love it. So it looks like Dom's added a few there.
Yeah. Here's one from Glenn. I see any third-party scoreboards I can use over Switcher Studio. So Switcher Studio does have the scoreboard built in that you can use. If you want to do one yourself, the best way to do that is to get an extra iPhone or iPad and do iOS screen sharing. And with that, you can just download an application. You could even do like switchercast for PC or Mac if you find an interesting one there. And I would do a multi-view with those up. That could be a video or something. I'm going to put that on my list of videos to do.
I love it. Now, speaking of videos and live streams, this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, Dan and I are going to be live again. 'Tis the season for churches. This is the Easter season. So we're going to kind of go through our list of must do's, be thoughtful of, get ready for your church's live streams, things you don't want to forget. So hang out with us on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live in
Wednesday.
the enthusiast group. That's what I meant. Wednesday at 2.
It's like, wait a minute, Wednesday, right?
It's Tuesday at 2. No, it's Wednesday. I was just getting mixed up. So we'll be live in the enthusiast group here on Facebook. For those of you on YouTube, hop over to Facebook and watch us there. Are we going to be live on YouTube there as well, Dan? We're going
to simulcast.
Oh yeah, hey, never mind. You know what? You on YouTube, stay on YouTube. That's fine. It's going to be wonderful.
Come join us on Facebook. It's a cool, place to hang out.
Yep. So Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay.
Here's one talking about audio latency, and I know OBS says this. We actually have a built-in process that we do, like the way the cameras connect, we have like a slight bit of delay already, so all the cameras can connect, and so you don't have to adjust the audio latency in Switcher. It's going to do it automatically for you. I'm going to just scroll through, guys. If there's a bunch of quiet time here, it's just because we're looking through the comments trying to find some more questions. I see a whole bunch coming through.
We may have missed some earlier on.
Oh, cool. Okay, I see people posting stuff for. Okay, it's just Dom here, but yeah, and then Matt, you got one in there too. So, definitely check those out.
Absolutely. David asked about the green screen options. Have they improved?
We don't have green screen in Switcher Studio.
Yeah.
We have the, you can get rid of the black video, like a black background. For like lyrics and stuff is one thing to do, but now vScope is the best way we've seen right now with iOS screen sharing. Again, feature request, check that link out. Let us know.
You maybe missed this, but let's see. I think it was Dom who said every time we say feature request, they have to take a shot of coffee.
I did miss that.
Yeah, it was way up.
Dom, that's very funny. I like it.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Clinton. Facebook royalty free. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say what Pale's using for music. Just showing some of those other ones. Oh, okay. Dom saying, "Oh, my name is appearing now. What did you do to change that?" I was Facebook user last week. Dom, what we did to change that is we're live streaming on the main Facebook page now instead of the Switcher Studio enthusiast group. That's just the group settings or security. We can't pull all that data, so that's why Facebook it's showing up now is because we're on the main Facebook page and not in the group. I still have to figure out exactly why that comes out or like how to change it. Like I'm not entirely sure.
It's confusing. Like I was saying before, I think a couple streams ago, I went through every setting, every security, and what I thought was like wide open, letting my face be there. It didn't work, but then a few weeks later it just appeared. So I don't know if it just takes some time. Then we had one on YouTube. Is there a way to keep, this is from Carved Wood Spoons, looks like. Is there a way to keep the transitions to a default transition I prefer?
Yes, I believe so. I think someone was helping him. I think Claire might have been in the comments as well, helping this person, but I'll show you. I think if you're talking about the transitions, that's over here under this transitions tab here. Once you change those aren't going to change back. So, like if you're using a wipe, for instance, you can adjust this. We'll just make it look really great. It's going to be the best transition you've ever seen. You ready? Oh, I got to go to it. Click on wipe. But that's going to stay. So if I close out a switcher and open it back up, like that's going to stay there. I hope that is what you're talking about. But yeah, and if you mess it up too much, you can come in and you can come down to restore to defaults, and it's going to go back to the default for the wipe. But those will be stored there. I hope that answers it. Again, if that didn't answer it, let us know or write us an email, of course.
Yep. Okay, another one here from YouTube. Stephen Bill, is there a way that switchercast Is there a reason that switchercast doesn't show up in Switcher Studio? I have to add some inputs via direct URL.
It could be the network that you're on is just having issues holding them up. It could be a networking setting. As long as if the URL works, I would keep doing that. So they just don't show up in the list. Yeah, maybe try resetting the router would be something I would do. Resetting the computer as well, making sure that your computer and iPads are all on the updated or most updated version. Make sure SwitcherCast as well is on the most updated version.
Yes.
Is where I would start with just like the troubleshooting on this. I'm glad that the direct URL is still working. Then again, yeah, like I said, the only other thing I could think of is, what was I saying? Is that, yeah, just the networking isn't set up perfectly for it. Cool question.
All right. One here in Facebook from Jamie Houston. Is there a private test stream option for multi-streaming?
Sort of, I guess. So what I would do, I don't see that one, so I'm not going to be able to put that. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, just trust me.
Got it. What I would do is set up a multi-stream, and here I can maybe show this, right?
You might be able to.
Oh, you know what? Well, like I was gonna show it on the dashboard how I would do it, but then I'm like, why is my mouse disconnected while we're here? Gosh dang, magic mice aren't that magical right now, no, Apple.
Not that magic.
But yeah, so I would just set up a multi-stream how you would normally, but just choose like Facebook, just use my timeline private test stream. And for Facebook, make sure it's an unlisted video, so only people with that link can see it. And you can go live, check it on both places, make sure it looks good. Now, mind you, the way that multi-streaming works, we only are really sending one video out. So if you just do like a test stream to Facebook or YouTube, and it's looking great, it's not going to be any extra bandwidth to do the multi-streaming. So it's going to work out just fine that way as well. That's a great question, though.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. We just have a few more minutes. We try to keep these things pretty short, but if we find that you all have a lot more questions, we don't have any issue making them longer in the future. So
Dom, I'm gonna find this out by next week. If I don't have an answer, I don't know. I'll do something for you.
We'll keep looking. That's what we'll do. Let's see here. We have about another couple minutes. You see any there, Dan? You want to answer?
I see Alan, like after director mode composition, can we have a feature to remove the videos from the remote cameras? Interesting. So I think what you're saying is once they're transferred over, just automatically delete them from Switcher. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure. That's not the way it works right now, but again, that is something I'll mention that in to our engineers as well. I'm trying my best not to say feature request right now because I don't want everyone to drink coffee.
Oh, you said it again.
I know.
I saw a quick one here from Pale. How are you both able to post the comments? I'm not posting them. I'm just reading them, and Dan's super fast and pressing the button. So.
I don't know. We've done this for a little bit, so I kind of know about where Matt is on the. He's just watching the live streams at his house, and so he's just seeing them, and he's just giving me time. Like that's why he's saying I see it from Pale. So I can try and scroll through and find where it is in here and put it up on screen.
Yeah, Dan, that's about all the time we have. I do want to mention a couple of things before we head off here. Number one, if you haven't reviewed our app, please go and do so. We would love for you to head right there and give us a review. 5 stars or nothing, right? It would be great, super helpful. If you love what we're doing, that's an easy way for I mean, just to support us beyond like just being a subscriber. So head there, give us a review. And then number 2, Dan, you and I are going to start doing kind of a bi-weekly interview style live stream here in the next few weeks. We're taking some applications, some submissions. So if
Put
you
this
are
comment on screen from Ed really quick.
Yeah, there you go. Ed reminded me to
vote for Ed.
That's right. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat as soon as I can find it. We're going to be bringing you on, and you're going to be able to show kind of your best practices, your live stream setup, any tips or tricks that you want to share with all of the other users. Really, it's going to be a time for you to just show off your work, which I think will be super cool.
Yeah, I'll say too, our plan right now is to put those in the Switcher Studio Enthusiast group. So again, that's a great place to be if you're a longtime Switcher user. Well, those will be posted after the fact, definitely on YouTube. We might even simulcast to YouTube. We'll have to make that call as we get closer to putting those out. But yeah, we definitely want to be doing those.
I'm having a real hard time finding the link right now. I'm sorry. It's here somewhere. So Tim or Claire, if you see that, post it into places, and we will pop it up for you.
We'll have Claire put it. She does a lot of our social stuff. We can have Claire put it on social maybe too.
Yep.
If she's please, we'll just ask nicely.
Oh, I guess my link didn't work when I posted it. So there you go. Thanks for posting that, Tim. Appreciate that. Everyone, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. These are always super fun. Oh, I think I almost found it. No. JK. I'll post that later.
Hey, so, again, we might not have gotten to everyone's questions today, but and if you still have questions after this, we'll try and follow up and answer some in the comments, but you can of course always email us at support.switcherstudio or support@switcherstudio.com. You can also just go to support.switcherstudio.com for all these tutorials. Like that's where basically if we get questions and we don't have a tutorial for it, we're going to try and make one. So that's our help center's link. Is a good place to do it. Matt, you ready to? I'm going to start the outro music so we can get made fun of some more for our music choices, and I'll let you carry us out.
Yeah, everyone, thank you so much. Again, come hang out with us on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Dan and I are going to talk through best practices for live streaming your church service because it's the Easter season. If you're on YouTube, thanks for hanging out with us. This is our very first multi-stream we did. So thank you for your questions there. Thank you here on Facebook. Please continue the conversation. If you have questions, put them in the chat here, put them in the group. We'll come back and answer them. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And Dan, thanks for your knowledge. And everyone, thanks for your questions. So
thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a great, what is today, Monday? Rest of the Monday. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week, maybe the week after, and many weeks to come.
We'll be around. Cool. Peace.